These are instructions for Mod H, Unit 3, Lesson 1, the virtual lab. It's called How Are Atoms Structured? The purpose of this lab is to practice the vocabulary that we've been learning about atoms and practice building an atom. So you'll actually organize the number of protons, neutrons, and electrons that an atom needs and see if your understanding is correct. The first couple slides are just intro slides. So here on screen 2, just drag the hand lines around and look for the nucleus in the center of the football field. It's pretty tiny. On slide 3, you sort the parts of the atom based on their charge, and there's a spot on your blue lab sheet to record those. So if you were to say drag the electron to the negative square here, then you should also put it in the negative column of the table on your lab sheet. On slide 4, you practice using some vocab. Remember, atomic number is the number of protons in the nucleus. Atomic mass, or mass number, they mean the same thing, is the total number of things in the nucleus, protons and neutrons. Protons are positive, neutrons are neutral or no charge, and electrons have a negative charge. And they're shown here in orbits, even though we know that actually electrons are in the three-dimensional electron cloud around the nucleus. Then slide 5 is a demonstration slide. So there's nothing you have to do on this screen. Just watch what they do and listen to the explanation. On slides 6 and 7, you make some predictions and plan your work. There are spots to record some of those answers on your lab sheet. And then slide 8 is the do it slide. So on this slide, you do actually get to drag the subatomic particles to the atom and check to see if you are correctly understanding things like atomic number and mass number. The first step is to select the atom you want to build here. I'm going to build hydrogen. So then notice this chart changes. It tells me the atomic number and the mass number of a hydrogen atom. Atomic number, remember, is the number of protons. So atomic number is 1. I'm going to drag 1 proton to the center of the nucleus. Atomic mass is the total number of things in the nucleus, protons and neutrons. So if atomic mass of hydrogen is 1, that tells me there can't be any neutrons in this nucleus. I need 1 negatively charged electron to balance out. Remember, there are equal numbers of positive and negative charges, so equal numbers of protons and electrons in an atom. So I've got 1 proton, atomic number 1, 1 electron to match that 1 proton, and no neutrons because the mass is 1. If I think I'm right, then I'm going to hit play. And if I am correct, a little camera will show up in the corner here, and I need to take a picture of my atom. Then it places it here. I hit reset, and I choose a different atom to build. When the chart adjusts, I'll build it, take a picture, and when you've got 4 pictures here, then you need to have a teacher or a parent, if you're doing this at home, initial your lab sheet when they see that your 4 pictures are correct. Now, if you forget that, when you move on to the next slide, it will show you the 4 pictures of your atoms, and you can have a grown-up initial there instead. If you continue through the lab, you do need to complete the whole lab. There are some more slides. 11 and 12 talk about isotopes. Remember, an isotope is a version of an atom that has a different number of neutrons. So you might build some similar atoms to what you did before, but the number of neutrons will be different. And again, if you build it correctly, you'll be able to take a picture. Your pictures will show up here. And then slide 13 is the summary slide that reviews what we've done. If at any time you have questions or if you forget to write an answer down, then at the end of slide 13, it gives you an option to view your lab report. Click on that and it will show you all of the answers that you typed throughout the lab, so you can make sure you've got that information. But the blue lab sheet is what you turn into your teacher to get credit for the assignment.